Hey, this is Gelennil, and today I'll be going through how to make vegan vanilla confetti cupcakes. So yeah, let's get straight into it and go through what we'll be needing today. So for the cupcakes, we'll need 225 grams of plain flour, 200 grams of caster sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, 250 milliliters of almond milk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 75 milliliters of vegetable oil, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 75 grams of sprinkles, and then for the icing we'll need 115 grams of non-dairy butter, 480 grams of icing sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of non-dairy milk. So to start, we'll be sifting our flour into a large mixing bowl and then pouring over our caster sugar. And then we'll be adding in our baking soda and our salt. Now you just want to give this a quick rough mix. And just while you mix this, make sure you've got no lumps of flour as well. And I just want to be adding into your non-dairy milk in the middle of the well you've created in your flour mixture. And start going in from the edges, mixing it in. Make sure while mixing this you are scraping the sides of the bowl so you're not getting any dry flour at the bottom or the sides of your bowl. Now once you think that's mixed fairly enough, we'll be going on and adding in your vanilla extract. And our apple cider vinegar. And then lastly, our vegetable oil. Now you want to make sure you're thoroughly mixing this batter mixture now, making sure there's no lumps of oil, no clumps of flour, and everything is in one consistency. Now obviously here you can use a hand mixer. I just prefer to do everything by hand myself. You can just use a hand mixer, it will make this a lot quicker and easier. I tend to just use a fork for pretty much all of my mixing. And now we'll be getting whichever sprinkles we've managed to find and just pouring those into our batter mixture. As you can see, I found a rather variety of sprinkles, but whichever they are, it won't matter once they're cooked into the batter. Now you just want to carefully fold these through into your batter mixture, trying to make sure they are spread evenly amongst all of the batter. Now at this point you want to be preheating your oven to 180 degrees and getting your casings ready in a nice baking tray so you can start spooning in your batter into the casings. I did this with a large tablespoon and each casing was roughly like 2 tablespoons per casing. As you can see here, just 2 tablespoons, and it's filling it just over halfway, which is perfect for them to be able to rise. And I'm just going to fast forward here to then show you them all filled. As you can see, they're just over halfway filled, which is perfect for them to be able to rise fully. So you just want to bake these in your preheated oven at 180 for 20 minutes. And then once they're done, remove. Make sure they're just a bit crispy on the edges when you do remove them, so they are fully done. And then I just use anything with a flat side of it, so then I can pull them out from the side and put them on a rack so they can cool a bit better. You can leave them in the kettle or in the tray for just a bit longer. I did take them out pretty quickly. Just want to leave them for maybe like 5 minutes, and then you want to start putting them onto a wire rack just so they cool a lot quicker and easier, as they do need to be fully cooled before you can add on your icing. So now, for making the icing, once your cupcakes are fully cooled, you just want to be adding your butter firstly into the large mixing bowl, and then be adding in your icing sugar afterwards, and just start to try and mix the butter into the icing. So now we'll be adding in our non-dairy milk. I am using almond milk for all of this recipe personally, but you can also use coconut milk. And then we'll be adding in our vanilla extract as well. Now that should be enough liquid to be able to fully make this icing. Just mix it, and then if you think you need the other tablespoon of non-dairy milk, you can add that in afterwards as well. I just go with the 2 and then wait and see. For this I only needed the 2 tablespoons, that was perfectly fine. And as you can see, that flash there, it was starting to get a bit dark. I turned on the light. Now you want to try and beat your icing into a decent consistency so you can put it onto your cupcakes. Again, here you can use a hand mixer. I just always opt to do everything by hand. And also while you're mixing this, try to make sure you are scraping the sides and the bottom of the bowl. You don't want any of the dry icing to be icing sugar to be stuck at the sides or on the bottom, not being mixed in. As you can see, I can just keep turning over the icing ball I have there to get the dry icing at the bottom. Now once you think you've got your icing at a good enough consistency, you just want to spoon that into a piping bag. And then with any thing you have, you can just start to pipe these over on top of your icing or do your cupcakes. I am by no means a good decorator, so I just went at it as best as I could for these. As you can see, I'm not the best decorator, but it still works for me. And this is them fully iced. And here we'll just be sprinkling over our leftover sprinkles on top. I generally have about 75 grams inside the batter and then 25 grams just on top. Anyway, thank you for watching so much. I hope you enjoyed, and then please like and subscribe, it does help me quite a lot. Thank you.